Hey guys, welcome to Build Now Code Hustle. I am Soham, and today I'm going to show you how to build a simple CRM using bubble.io. Even if you have zero coding experience, it doesn't matter. Trust me, it's easier than you think. So, CRM is used in a lot of business model. Even if you have an agency, if you are a freelancer, if you own a tattoo studio, if you own a saloon, spa studio, gym, a consulting firm, anything. Most of these business they have a CRM setup. So for those who don't know, CRM stands for a customer relationship management system. It basically serves as a hub wherein you can, you know, manage all the conversation, all the estimates that you have with your client. So we're going to build a lighter version of CRM on Bubble. Now, before I start, I want to share something special with you. So I was going through, I received a lot of feedback emails from all of you guys, and thank you for the love. And there was like one thing that was pretty common in all of those feedback email was like, Soham, you build such amazing applications, right? Why don't you use Bubble to build your own community platform? And that's when it struck, I need to have my own community platform. So, launching a new community platform for all of you guys, for all the freelancers out there, for all the no coders out there, all the visionaries who want to build something, but they lack somewhere because they are not good at coding. Well, don't worry, because I'm here and Build No Code Hustle is here. So for all the non-technical founders, entrepreneurs out there, this space is basically, is going to help you guys to learn, collaborate, grow their business using no-code tools like Bubble, Webflow, Framer, Zoho, and I'm also going to involve my marketing team as well, who will be, having a one-on-one consultation with you guys. So I'm opening this waitlist page, but here's the catch: only 50 people can join the waitlist to get a special membership deal. So instead of paying the regular amount that is $99 per month when we launch, you can lock in your membership at just $79 as a one-time payment for the next 6 months. So as you see, it involves everything: one-on-one consultation with me and my marketing team, because marketing is important. I mean, if you want to launch your SaaS product, okay, you need to have marketing fixed. So I'm going to take care of that, and my team is going to take care of that. You'll be having all access pass to all the courses, all the future courses that I'm going to launch, because I have allocated a lot of courses in this break. So I'm really excited to share those courses with you. At the same time, you'll be having access to all the features that we have in the community. So as you can scroll over here, this is the UI screens that I have built, and I think by the mid December, we are good to launch by mid December or by the end of November. If everything goes good, it's going to go good. But you can explore this page. So don't forget to grab this offer. So head over to the link in the description below and secure your spot at the waitlist. Trust me, don't miss out on this. Enough of this. Now let's get into building our CRM. So let's check our Figma file. And also one thing, in the asset file, I'm also going to insert the Figma file URL so you can get access to the Figma files as well. Also, one thing I forgot to mention, uh, in the community platform, I'm going to share all the Figma files that I have built for all the old courses and for the upcoming courses as well. Only if you register to the Elevate plan. Okay, so I'm gonna break down this whole course into three series. So in day one, that is in this lesson, we are gonna focus on onboarding ourselves. So basically, I'm gonna create a CRM for a freelancer. All right. Now, along with the CRM, I'm also going to build a portfolio as well, which is going to be dynamic and not static. So in this video, we're gonna focus mainly on login, sign up, onboarding the freelancer to the CRM, and creating an overall dashboard. Now, in day two, we're going to focus on the contact list, that is the contact page, and then we're going to create this beautiful slide out pop up wherein we can create or like view all the contacts information, all the deals that are associated with that respective contact as well. and then we're also going to cover the deal module as well. Okay, and activities as well. On day three, we're going to mainly focus on our setting page. Now, setting page is really important because this is where the portfolio jumps in, right? So as you can see over here, we have profile, we have projects, we have services, all everything over here. Now, this data is going to be connected to a front end portfolio, all right? So this is going to be the back end dashboard, wherein as you can see all the services that this freelancer is going to offer to the whole world. And this is the portfolio that we are going to build over here. As you can see, it's pretty clean, simple, minimal, straightforward. Because I have been a freelancer, all right. I still do freelancing sometimes, and I prefer to keep my design clean so that whenever a potential client or a customer like lands on my portfolio, he's able to see everything and it's clear. All right. So as you can see, we can see Andy's portfolio over here, all the projects that she has worked on, all the services that she has to offer, all the clientales and the testimonials. And then we have a get in touch that is going to be a pop up that's going to like come on the screen. Now, don't worry. You must be thinking, man, I don't like the design. I got you. So if you scroll down, I have given you sample portfolio mockups. So we can use this as a reference point, and I want you guys to get as creative as you want. All right. So you'll be having access to all of this. All right. So all you have to do is just go to my website and just sign up, and then you will be having access to all the video lessons for free. All right, I'm giving this away as a free lesson for all of you guys. All right, I'm in a pretty good mood. Anyway, jokes apart. So without wasting any time, I want you guys to head over to Bubble and let's start building. So I'm gonna create an app. I'm gonna call this as CRM Lite. All right, you can name it as an agency, or if you're a freelancer, just name it as your own name. I don't care. Click on get started. As of now, we're going to just start with basic features, but if you want to enhance your CRM, you can integrate Stripe with your CRM, and you can send out, you can like create a whole operating system for yourself. Well, like, trust me, Bubble has unimaginable power, so you can do unlimited things. I mean, I have my own operating system for freelancing. I built my own system on Bubble, but that's a different topic. So let's not get diverted. Let's focus on the series. So I'm okay with the name. Font is going to be enter. Click on next step. Now I have mentioned all the color palette over here. Now before you get overwhelmed or confused, so this is the main color palette that we're going to use in our application. And if you slide over here, you can see chips slash tags color palette. So these four color palettes are mostly I will be using for these small chips. I call them chips or tags. You might be calling it something else. All right. So I'm going to be using that color palette for this. So I don't want you guys to be confused. So that's why I made it to a different color palette, as you can see. So you must be thinking like, what's growth and hourly? So Andy over here has two different types of plan. So the first plan is she offers hourly service. That is, she's going to charge like $60, $70 per hour. And the second plan is the growth plan, wherein she onboards the client on a retainer. Like they have to pay 5K, 4K per month. All right. So that's how freelance. That's how the plan type is configured over here. But we're gonna deep dive into this in day two. All right. Now let's start setting up the color palette. Primary color is going to be this one. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it over here. There we go. Text is going to be this one. There you go. Surface is fine. Background is fine as well. Next step, we still need to add few colors to the palette. No need to add any plugins. I don't think so. So before we start developing, the first thing is we are gonna set up our styles. Second thing, we are gonna fix few elements and design. Third thing, we're gonna set up our database, and then we're gonna start. All right, so we're gonna head over to styles, click on system style variables, and let's start adding few more colors. All right, so I'm gonna add new color palette. This is going to be, I'm gonna call this as secondary text, which is going to be light gray, and the color is going to be this one. That is 475467. There you go. What else do we have? This one, E4, E7, EC is going to be the border color. So again, we're going to add a new color variable. Let's call this border, light gray, and just paste the color over here. There we go. What else do we have? This is going to be the main dashboard header or the navigation tab color. We are going to be using this only for one instance. So you know what, I'm not going to use this as a color palette. But let's add, yeah, I think we are good to go. All right, let's click on element styles and let's fix few things over here. First thing I'm gonna work on is going to be the button. Font size is going to be 14. Roundness is going to be, let's go with 6. I don't want any shadow style on buttons. I hate shadow style. I mean, sometimes I like it, but yeah. Conditional, I'm gonna get rid of conditional layout. Looks good. Looks good. 16, 16. Yeah, looks good. For the flat button, we're gonna make few tweaks. The flat button, font color is going to be white. Background color is going to be our, let's make it like full black. Roundness is going to be 6. And let's get rid of condition as well. So this flat button will be used in our login and sign up page. That's it. All right. Also, you might be noticing that, hey, wait a minute. I mean, we are designing this, but why do we have this page over here, Soham? So I want you guys to like use your creativity and design something, a page like this. I have given all the assets that are in this Figma file, in my asset file, in the zip file, so you can find it. I want you to use your creativity and create something that is similar to this or something better than this. Surprise me. All right, you can tag me on Twitter. I don't have an issue. Surprise me. All right. Okay. Now, I think we are good to go with this. Let's work on input fields. So we have standard input, Howard, focused. That's fine. I don't have an issue with this. Left and right is going to be 12. Appearance is fine. Roundness is going to be 6. And border color is going to be our border color that we set in our color palette. And I think we're good to go. No need of adding a background style because the background is white already, so it doesn't matter. Same goes with multi-line input. Let's do the same thing. Roundness 6, change the border color. Condition is fine. This is going to be 12. Now let's, what else do we have? Picture uploader, file uploader, and picture uploader. Let's work on this as well. Roundness is going to be 6. Background color, there we go. Same goes with file uploader as well. I mean, we're going to redesign file uploader once we get over there. For time being, you can just keep it the way it is. All right, let's set up the database. So I wanted to head over to data module over here, and let's go to Notion doc, and let's see. Now, before we start adding data types, we're gonna add option sets. All right. So the first one is going to be the status. So over here, click on option sets, skip tutorial, new option set, which is status, which is going to be draft and published. What else do we have? Project type, as I mentioned, early and growth. This can be dynamic as well. All right. Early and growth. Then we have contact status, which is active and active. Ah, I thought I was typing. There you go. Then we have deal status over here. Again, this whole thing can be customized based on your business model, but just going to stick with the one that I created over here, which is pretty simple and it's been used by a lot of businesses out there. I mean, it depends, but this is like the standard format that has been used out there. Proposal sent, negotiation. I just noticed. Let's duplicate over here. Anyway, contact sent, closed one, and closed lost. Then we have task status over here, which is not started, in progress, and closed. And then we have task priority, which is basically high, medium, and low. Now we're done with option sets. Now it's time to work on data types. So click on data types and the user. Before we head over to user, I'm just gonna get rid of privacy rule over here. Let's head back to data type. Now let's add all data types over here first. So the next one is projects, my bad, services, contact, deal, task, and lastly we have activity, which is going to be activity log. There you go. All right. Now let's first start with user. Let's scroll up and let's see. We have name, avatar. Email is already by default been created. Name is going to be text. Then we have oh my god. My bad, guys. I'm just gonna get rid of this. For time being, this is going to be an image. Then we have bio, which is again going to be a text field. Title. See, again, this completely depends on your business model. I'm focusing the CRM mostly for all the freelancers out there, but based on your business that you have, you can modify it. You have all the freedom. All right. If you get confused, if you have doubts, you can reach out to me anytime. Phone number is going to be. I'm going to stick with text. Then we have all contacts. Honestly, there is no need of adding all contacts over here because there's just going to be one freelancer who's going to be using this CRM. But if you have an agency, it's better to create all contacts, all deals, and then all task as well, which is going to be list of task. All right. And then you can associate and assign each and every contact, deal, task to a respective team member. All right. But we are not going to deep dive into that topic. It's a whole different topic. But you can use this as a reference point. All right. Let's move to projects. For project, we have name, which is going to be a text field over here. Then we have project type, which is again a text field. We have cover image, which is going to be an image field. Pretty obvious. And status, which is option set. So OS stands for option sets. I don't want you to get confused. Which is status. Then we have service. For service, we need name of the service, description, which is again going to be a text. Then we have price, which is going to be a number. And then we have status, which is option set. There you go. What else? Contact. For contact, we need contact name, which is text field, email, again a text field, phone number. I'm just going to stick with text field over here. Avatar, which is going to capture their picture or something. Company name. Title of the contact. Project type, which is going to be option set. Deals, which is going to be a list of deals. So here we're going to select deal as the data type, and we're going to check this box, which is basically it allows us to create one-to-many relationship. If you're new to Bubble, it's just for them. There you go. Task as well. You're going to select task from the data type, check this box. So a contact can have multiple deals. A contact can have multiple tasks as well. So this is where the multiple entry list checkbox comes in the picture. So we can create one-to-many relationship in simple terms, in layman terms. And then we have contact status, which is option set. There you go. What's next? Deal. We have deal name. Contact name, which is going to be data type contact, and it's not going to be a list because a deal can be associated to only one contact at a time. Select service, which is going to be a list of services. Service, and check this box. Due date, which is going to be a date field. Total revenue, which is going to be a number. Deal status option set, which is going to be our option set deal status. Now we have task. This is going to be a text field. Contact name, because a task will be associated to a contact. So it's just going to be data type contact. All right, create this. Progress, which is going to be a number field. Task priority, which is our option set already over here. due date of the task, and task status, which is again our option set. And lastly, we have activity log, for which we need just activity name, which is going to be a text field. And I think the last one was date. Yeah, there you go. Now, before you start building your CRM or your bubble application or any kind of application, you need to understand, you need to have a clear vision about setting up your database. If you mess up your database and you go ahead and build your app, it's going to cause an issue. And then you have to go back again, fix your database, and then jump into design and then change the whole thing. And then it becomes a hectic job. So take your time, think it through before, like sketch it out, create a whole database schema, like draw it down. And once you make sure that, okay, this database makes sense, then go ahead and start building. All right. So let's start building our app finally. All right. So without wasting any time, I'm just going to head back to our bubble editor. I'm going to use index page, which is going to be, I'm going to name my CRM as Kaizen. All right. And I'm going to call this as, oh, you know what? Let's sign up. Sign up. And the layout is going to be a column because we are stacking elements. Width is going to be 1440. Height is going to be 800. I'm going to drop a group over here. I'm going to call this as group sign up. All right. And I just lost the group. Wow. It must be something over here in the middle, if I'm not wrong. Ah, there it is. All right. So for the width, I'm going to stick with 430 as the width. So I'm going to get rid of min width. Max width is going to be 430. High uncheck fit width to content. Min height is going to be 0. And let's make it 700 for time being. For time being. You know what? Let's stretch it out for time being. I'm going to add, let's see. So we have a padding of 32 all around the edges. So scroll down and let's add padding of 32 all around the edges. And if you notice over here, we have a row gap of 24. So I'm going to add a row gap of 24. There you go. Now let's see. I'm just going to bring this over here. So we have a logo and 2 text fields, which is again stacked in a column group with a row gap of 6. So let's first drop a image in this group. I'm just going to make this as 40 and check this box, which is keep element aspect ratio fixed. Center this, and from your asset file, I want you to use this logo. Now let's drop text field over here. I'm just going to copy this, register to Kaizen, and as you can see, it's semi-bold with the font size of 24. So I'm going to make this 24 and make this semi-bold. Click on layout and check fix width to content. And there we go. I'm going to copy this, paste this again. And I'm going to copy this whole thing. Now, for those who are new to Figma, trust me, Figma is really easy. And if you want to get into freelancing, this is a must-have skill. All right, it's pretty easy. If you guys want me to create a course on Figma, I can do it. Just let me know in the comments. So as you can see, it's regular 14. And the color is going to be our secondary text color. So first, let's change the font size. Make it 14. Let's make this regular as well and change the text color to our secondary text color. There you go. Now this whole three elements were grouped into a column container with a row gap of 6. I'm going to get rid of min width and check fit width to content. Min height is going to be 0 as well. I'm just going to call this as group heading. Naming your group is really important. Don't forget to name them, because the more complex the application gets, the more difficult it is to like trace back your group elements. And now we have a text element over here, which is again medium 14 and a input field. I'm just going to copy this, paste this over here. This was medium, and I'm going to call this as name. Scroll down, let's drop a input field. I'm going to just write John Doe, and this is going to be input name. There you go. Click on layout and check fix width, min width 0, height is going to be 40. There you go. I'm going to group these two elements together into a column container with a row gap of 4. Let me just check. Was it 4? It was 6. As you can see, this over here is the row gap. So I'm just going to make it 6. Min width 0. Fit width to content is going to be unchecked. I'm just going to call this as group name. Copy, paste, copy, paste. This over here is going to be email. We're going to change the placeholder. This is going to be email content format. This one over here is going to be password. And the placeholder, I'm going to use option 8 in my Mac. And if you're on Windows, I think it's Alt 8, if I'm not wrong. And this over here, content format is going to be password. Let's name them. Naming elements is also important, because once you start building the workflows, this comes in handy. And I think we had a button, sign up. So let's add a button. This is going to be our flat button, which is going to be sign up. And check fit width to content. Min width is going to be 0. Height is going to be 40. And I also forgot to add one thing. I'm going to fix the Figma file, but just add a link over here, which is going to be already have an account ? Login. And we're going to change the color to our secondary color. And let's make this medium. Let's center this, click on layout, min width 0, and check fit width to content, min height is 0. Now let's group these three elements first into a column container. I'm just going to call them as group input. And the row gap is 12. So let's add a row gap of 12, min width 0, and check this box, min height 0 as well. Similarly for these two elements as well, group them into a container. I'm going to use, let's go with 6. 0 and check. I'm going to call this as CTA. There you go, looks good. I'm going to center this group sign up. I have selected group sign up, the main group, and I have changed the container alignment to be centered. And let's make it fit height to content. There you go. Amazing. Looks good, clean, minimal. Now, I'm going to click over here and I'm going to add a new page, which is going to be login. And I'm going to clone this with index, because the design is similar to what we have. We just need to make few tweaks over here. So for login is going to be welcome back. And subtext over here is going to log in and continue your journey. We're going to get rid of name, change this to login, and we're going to change this to don't have an account. Ideally, we don't need this text because, I mean, just one person who will be logging in and signing in for you. But if you go ahead and you want to build a SaaS application, then you can use this text field. I just didn't think. Anyway, now I'm going to connect this link. It's already been connected to our index page. So if they don't have an account, they are going to sign up. And on the index page, if they already have an account, they can go to login page. All right, now let's start adding up the workflow. So I'm going to add a workflow. So right now I'm on the index page. That is the first page that we created, sign up page. I'm going to click on sign up button, add a workflow, which is going to be sign the user up. It's going to be input emails values, input passwords value, and we are also capturing the name. So over here we are going to add name, which is going to be input name value. After this, the second step is going to be click on element action, reset inputs. By reset inputs, basically we are getting rid of the name, whatever content that they type in the input field. And after this, they are going to be navigated to a new page, which is going to be onboarding. So let's create onboarding. I'm going to use index as the design. Let's click on create. So once they sign up, they're going to go to onboarding, and that's it. For login, it's going to be a different because they're logging in. So they already have an account. They have already set up their details. So they're gonna be directed to the dashboard page. So click on login, add workflow, log the user in. Again, input emails value, input passwords value, reset inputs, navigate to dashboard. We haven't created dashboard yet, so we're going to create a new page, dashboard. There you go. And from here, you're going to select dashboard. Looks good. All right. Now let's work on onboarding. Pretty easy, right? I mean, we set up login and sign up page in like what, 10 minutes? Now it's time for onboarding. Pretty similar to the sign up page, but here's the breakdown. So we have this small group over here wherein we have a pre-title onboarding. This is really good for user experience. All right. So we're going to have onboarding over here and then tell us about yourself. So let's do one thing. I'm going to add a text field over here. Onboarding. Change this to a primary color. Before that, let me check. It's semi-bold and 12. So let's make this 12 font size and let's make this semi-bold. Click on layout and check fit width to content. I think it looks good. I'm going to get rid of the logo over here. I'm going to click on this heading, make it left align. And let's call this as tell us about yourself. This one also. Enter and update few details about yourself. Okay. Now I'm gonna make this as the main group, which is this one, whose row gap is 12. And I'm gonna group these two separately into a column container with a row gap of 6. You already know the steps. I'm gonna call this as group heading inner. Okay. So your profile photo over here, name, email address. So name, email address is going to be disabled. We just need to capture contact number, job title, and a small bio about them. Okay. Um, for time being, I'm gonna stick to this user interface. You know what? No, let's stick to the Figma design. All right. I'm gonna make this as previous. This is name. Click on appearance. Now, before we use dynamic data, we do need to send few data. Okay. So in the sign up, we're going to click on the button edit workflow, and when we're navigating the user to the onboarding page, we are going to be sending data which is going to be current user. Now it's going to throw an error. Now we're getting this error because we haven't set type of data on onboarding page. All right. So once you click on this, the data on the onboarding page is going to be user type of content. So over here, initial content is going to be current user's name. I'm going to copy and paste this, which is going to be email. No need of placeholder, honestly. Over here, it's going to be email. Now these two, I'm just going to paste this. These two are going to be disabled. So check this box. This input is disabled. Same with this. Now we do need contact numbers. I'm just going to phone. I'm going to get rid of initial content. And I'm going to mention enter phone number. Content format is going to be US phone. Copy paste this, which is going to be enter title. Again, this is going to be a text field, and I'm going to rename this to input title. And we had a multi-line input, which was bio. And let's make this tell us something about yourself. Click on layout and check fix width. When width is going to be 0. Let's see. Now we are still left with picture uploader. So scroll down and there's the picture uploader. Let's drop it over here. I'm gonna make this 60 by 60. There you go. Click on appearance. Add a roundness of 100. And the font size, let's make it. I'm just gonna name this upload avatar. There you go. Now, if you notice, this is a group with a border, all right? So the row gap of this whole group is 12 and the padding is 24. All right. So I'm going to group all before that. I'm just going to copy and paste this button over here. And we're going to change this to primary button. Let's call this as save. Okay, let's group all these elements into a column container. Again, I'm going to call this as group input. Head to layout. You already know what we have to do over here. Scroll down, add a padding of 24 all around the edges. I'm just going to click on group sign up. And before I forget, let's add a row gap of 12. And you know what? Let's get rid of this. Yeah, looks good. I'm going to select group input, click on appearance, add a solid border with our border color. And the roundness for this is going to be 12. So in the appearance in Figma, you can see the roundness over here. So let's make this 12. Amazing. Looks good. We have phone number, title, something Yeah, tell us something. Now click on save. We do need to capture these details. Add workflow. Over here, we already have the database of the current user. Alright, so we just need to modify the data. So over here, click on data, make changes to a thing. Thing to be changed is going to be current user. I'm going to add all fields. And the avatar is going to be picture uploader, upload avatar's value. Bio is going to be multi-line, bio's value. Name is fine. Phone number is going to be input phone's value. Title is going to be input title's value. Again, we're gonna reset the input, click and navigate the user to dashboard. Pretty easy. Now let's add a new page. Oh, we already have dashboard. My bad. I'm just gonna call this dashboard. Yeah, let's stick with dashboard. Head over to layout. Container layout is going to be column. Even though in the design, you must be thinking, wait a minute, we have a navigation bar over here, then we have groups over here, so it should be row. Trust me, it's going to be column. Stick with me. Width is going to be 1440. Height is going to be 800. There you go. Now, just for the testing purpose, I'm just going to add a text over here with the heading 2. And I'm going to say, hi, current user's name. I'm just going to center this. There you go. Also, one more thing. Let's do one thing. So, in the workflow for login, let's send current user's data. Again, click on this. Same goes with onboarding as well. So when we are sending him to dashboard, current user. All right, so let's test this out. We're gonna sign up someone. Let's head over to preview. I'm gonna get rid of debugger. It looks good to me. What should we call this guy? Damn, I'm running out of word. I'm just gonna go ahead with you know what? Alex Smith. Chess.com. Let's sign up. I also noticed the progress bar over here is something weird. As you can see, I'm not able to make any changes to Alex Smith. I'm gonna add phone number over here, which is going to be product designer, and I'm just gonna copy paste this thing. And from the asset file, I'm gonna use Alex Scott. Okay, let's go ahead with Alex Scott. But yeah, Alex Smith. This is Alex Smith now, guys. And I'm gonna click on save, and we should be able to see hi Alex Smith. There we go. So in the back end, if you see in our database, app data, we should have Alex Smith over here with all the details. There you go. Good stuff, right? Now it's time to design this beautiful dashboard. All right. So let's start by designing this navigation bar on the left corner. And also there are different variation you can design this navigation tab. So if you scroll down, I've given you two instances that you can use. So you can go ahead and use this in your demo application or in your own CRM. All right. But let's stick to the one that I have designed for this series. So let's go back to Bubble Editor. Click on dashboard. I'm going to get rid of this. Now over here, instead of using a group, we're going to use a floating group. Let's drop it over here. I'm going to call this as nav. And the layout width is going to be 280. Or is it 240? It's 240 as you can see. Width, my bad. Let's make it 240. Min height 0 and uncheck fit height to content. Now let's add some padding. So if you can see on top and bottom we have 20 and on left and right we have 16. So in order to see this, as you can see, left and right padding is 16 and top and bottom is 20. So let's add 20, 20, 16, 16. Click on appearance. Let's change background color to our color, which is 215342. You can choose this from the color palette. There you go. What the hell? There you go. Now I'm gonna drop. Now let's see. So we have a logo over here with some text, Kaizen, with a column gap of 8. So let's drop a image over here. And let's make this 32, keep element aspect ratio fixed. From the asset file, just upload Kaizen's logo. And I just need to check the font size, which is semi-bold 16. Drop a text, Kaizen, semi-bold, and let's make this white. I'm just gonna make it fit width to content, uncheck fit width to content, select the two elements, group them into a row container because they're stacked side by side. Let's add a column gap of 8, and you know the next steps. I'm gonna select this, center this as well. There you go. So we have a group. I'm just gonna call this as group logo. What else do we have? So we have navigation tabs over here, which consist of dashboard, contacts, deals, activities. Activities over here means task basically. Alright, so I don't want you to get confused between activities over here and this activity. This is basically activity log. Alright. Alright. So in order to use these icons, I prefer hero icons, which is like a good, they really have a good set of icons. I mean, for all my clients, I use hero icons. And Bubble also has a plugin for hero icons. All you have to do is just search hero icons and install this plugin, which has been developed by Minimum Studio. There you go. Now from here, let's see. So we have dashboard over here. But before that, we do have a group which has a height of 36. So let's add, I'm gonna add a group over here. And let's call this group now dashboard. Click on layout, min width 0, and check fit width to content, height. You know what? Let's stick with 40. Let's stick with 40. In the appearance, I'm gonna add a roundness of 6. And what else? What else? Let's add a row gap of 6. Let me just check. 6. Come on, guys. Of course, I know the row gap. I'm the one who designed the Figma file. Over here is going to be 20 by 20. And you know what? I'm going to select group now dash board, and our container layout is going to be row instead of column. And column gap is going to be 6. Row gap is going to be 0. I'm going to select this icon, center this. Before that, we do need to add a padding of 6 all around the edges. So make sure you have selected group now dash bar and bar dash board. And let's make it 6. There we go. I'm going to make this as white. And I'm going to head over to heroicons.com. And over here, let's select for Search for chart. Chart pie is the one that we have used. Just paste this over here, and there you go. I'm gonna drop a text as well. Center this and check fit with the content. Dashboard. And you know what? Let's make it medium. Looks good. I'm just gonna copy this. Select floating group nav. Paste. Repeat the same step 3 more times, and let's change the name. So this is going to be contact. Contacts. Oh, let's make it contacts. And this over here is going to be user or something. So in hero, I can just search for user. There you go. You know what? Let's use user group. All right, because it's contacts. Next one we have deals. For deals, it's basically currency or something. Is it? Yeah, currency dollar. And lastly, we have activities, for which we have, I think it's task list or something. Nah. List. Yeah. Clipboard. And we have one more group over here, group setting. So I'm just going to copy this, paste this over here. I'm going to rename this as setting. Okay. Now let's start grouping elements. So the first group is going to be this whole group with a row gap of 6. Dashboard, contact, right click, group them into a column container with a row gap of 6. Amazing. I'm just going to call this as group nav. Tabs. Group nav, contact, D. I knew. Naming elements is really important, guys. There you go. I'm going to change this as settings. Go to hero icons. Search for gear. Copy this. Select the icon. Paste. There you go. Now we have grouped logo along with group nav tabs with a row gap of 24. So I'm going to select group logo. I'm going to select group now tabs, right click, group elements into a column container. I'm going to call this as group top. Click on layout, add a row gap of 24, 0, uncheck, 0. Now I'm going to select floating group nav and click on container alignment and change it to space between. And there you go. Looks good. What else do we have? We have a search bar over here with a, I think the width should be 80, height should be 80, so I'm just going to make it 80. There you go. Okay, you know what? Let's change it right over here. Perfect. You know what? Let's keep it 60. I don't have an issue. So for this, we're gonna drop a group over here. What's with this group? Oh, I'm gonna select dashboard and make it top line. From here, we're gonna select group, this one. I'm gonna call this as group search. Min width 0, fit width to content. Min height is going to be 60. And we're going to add a left margin of 240. There you go. So it doesn't get hidden behind our floating group nav. So as you can see, it creates a space on the left margin. Let's add a padding of 32 only on left and right. And the container layout is going to be row because we are stacking two elements. All right. And those two elements are the search bar and the logo over here, or the avatar. Okay. Now, in this series, I'm just going to use a normal search bar, but I want you to use your creativity and try to create this element where it has a icon and a search bar as well. It's pretty easy. You guys can do it. You know what? Let's freaking do it. You know what? No, I want you guys to do it. And over here, I'm gonna use search box. Drop it over here. I'm gonna make height as 40. 250. Let's make it 200. Yeah. Center this. Click on appearance. Round is going to be 6. Borders color is going to be our border color. And I'm just gonna search. There you go. You know what? Actually, there's no need of adding a solid border. And now we're gonna add. I'm just gonna copy this image over here. Select group search, paste this, and let's make this 40 by 40. This can be 1 by 1. Center this, click on appearance, dynamic image, insert dynamic data, current users, avatar, process with images, resize to fit the dimension by cropping, close. And over here, make sure you select run mode rendering as rescale. There you go. And I'm missing something. Roundness is going to be 100. Now click on this, group search, click on layout, and change container alignment to space between. Let's see how this looks. So I'm already logged in as Alex Smith. There you go. Let's add a border. But we're going to check this box and we're going to define each border independently because I just need a border on the bottom side. So select border style bottom and select our border color. Now what else do we have? We have a banner over here which has a height of 200. All right, so I'm gonna drop a group over here. Again, same thing. I'm just gonna call this as banner. Head over to layout. This can be column. It doesn't matter. You know what? Let's make it row. Let's make it row. Min width 0. Uncheck fit width to content. Min height is going to be 250. You know what? Let's make it 200. A left margin of 240 as well. Amazing. Now over here, we are going to add a image, and from the asset file, I want you guys to use Kaizen banner, this one. There you go. You can center this image. It looks good. Now, for this, what we're gonna do is use an element from onboarding. That's this one. Instead of creating a new one, we're just gonna reuse because we need to save our time. I'm gonna click on group banner, right click, paste, center this, and on group banner, you know what, let's add a padding of 32 all around the edges. There you go. This thing, we're going to insert dynamic data, which is going to be current date and time, formatted as Tuesday, October 23. All right, so for this, you know what, I'm going to just use this. or else you can use a custom format as well. So let's use DDD MMM. Shoot, I forgot. Uh, oh no, it was. Wait a minute, what was it? You know what? I'm going to stick to this one. And over here, it can be welcome current user's name exclamation mark. Let's see how this looks. Looks good. You know what? Let's make this height as 300. Is it too much? Looks too much on my screen. I don't know. But yeah, good to go. Now head over to Figma file and let's see. So we have cards over here, which is pretty easy. So we just need to create one card and replicate the others. So let's see. So we have a padding of 12 all around the edges, as you can see over here, and a row gap of 24. We have two text fields. First one is 12 medium, and the second one is semi bold 24. All right, so let's create this. I'm just gonna use I'm just gonna use a group over here, and I'm gonna call this as let's call this as group dashboard inner. All right, let's get rid of this as well. 240. Let's add a padding of 32. Yeah, I think it's good to go. Now in this group, I'm gonna add one more group. I'm gonna call this as group card 1. Min width 0, uncheck fit width to content, min height. For time being, I'm gonna make it as 100. You know what? Let's make it 150. We're gonna add a padding of 12 all around the edges. We're gonna add a row gap of 24. Container layout is going to be column because we're stacking elements. Now let's drop a text element. Click on layout and check this. And this over here is going to be active contacts. Let's make this as secondary color. This was medium. Yep. Medium and 12. I'm gonna copy this text, paste this over here. This over here is going to be do a search for contact, add a constant wherein contact status is equal to active. Close this, count. I'm going to select group card 1, click on layout, min height is going to be 0. Click on appearance, let's add a border of 8. Let me just check. Yeah, 8 with a border color of our border color. Looks good. I'm going to copy this, paste, paste, paste. The second group card is going to be open deals, open task, and total revenue. All right. Open deals. We're going to search for deals wherein deal status is equal to You know what? Is not equal to closed one. So all of them are basically open deal. Oh, you know what? New deal or something. Count. There you go. Group card 2. This is going to be group card 3. This over here is going to be open task. Again, same thing. Task. Task status is equal to not started. And last but not the least, total revenue. This over here. We're going to search for deals wherein deal status is equal to closed one. Close this. And it's going to be it's not going to be count, it's going to be each item's total revenue sum. Click on more, formatted as currency, decimal point zero. Or if you want, you can add it. Currency is going to be dollars. As of now, it's just going to show zero everywhere. And over here, it's not going to show anything. Let's see if this works. Will this work? Yep. Now I'm going to select group card 1, group card 2, group card 3. This is going to be group card 4. Let's do this again. 4, 3, 2, 1. Right click, group elements into a row container. 0, uncheck 0 with a row column gap of 21. I'm going to call this as group card row. Let's see. Amazing. Now let's do one thing. I'm going to select group banner and I'm going to select group dashboard inner. Right click, group elements into a column container. I'm going to call this as group dashboard. 0, uncheck 0 with a row gap of 48. In this, I'm going to add, in group dashboard inner, I'm going to add a row gap of 32. Now let's see how this looks. It looks good. It might be looking weird on my screen because I have a 32-inch display screen, but on laptop, I think it's going to be looking really good the way we have design on the Figma. All right. So it's time to work on this. So as you can see, we have one main group, and in that group, we have another group which shows recent deal table and an activity log. All right. With a row gap of 24. So we are going to drop one more group over here. Where is it? Where is it? In group dashboard inner. Okay, I'm gonna call this as group. Damn. Dashboard row 2. 0, uncheck 0, uncheck fit height to content. Okay, let's add a row gap of 32. Oh, this is going to be row. And let's add a column gap of 32 over here. Okay. Now we have a text field over here. Semi bold 18. So let's add that over here as well. Semi bold. I'm gonna uncheck this. And I'm going to add a table over here. Now, ideally, it's setting itself as a row, but we're going to fix this quickly. I'm going to call this as table deal. Sorry, let's call this as recent deal. I'm going to group these two elements into a column container with a row gap of 24. Min width is going to be 40, fit width to content, min height 40. I'm going to make this on top. Before that, I'm just going to select dashboard. We do need some room to work, and I'm going to make height as 1200. I'm going to select this table, min width 0, and check fit width to content. This can be, actually we are okay with 2. Let's make it 300. For time being, we're going to change it. Okay. I'm going to call this as group dashboard row left. Okay, now let's see the Figma file. So you have contact, deal name, revenue, status. Before that, we're gonna select the table. Click on appearance. Type of content over here is going to be deal. Data source is going to be search for all the deals. And over here you can add create a date as current month or anything. Alright, in order to get the recent deal. There you go. So I'm gonna select cell 01, click on layout, and I'm gonna add left and right padding. Let me first check if it's 12. Oh, it's 24. Okay, so let's add a padding of 24. Same over here as well. Even for this. Okay. Let's add a text field of contact. And as you can see, the color of the font is of a primary black color, but the opacity is 50. And also the background color of the header is FA. I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to select row 0. I also forgot to make few changes over here. Height is 44 and this is 70. Let's make this 44. Click on appearance, flat color, and paste it. There you go. We do need to, format it and make it a little better. We're going to do it in some time. Enter this. This is medium 12. So let's make this 12, medium, and change the opacity to 50. This is going to be contact. And the width of this is going to be 245. So we're going to fix this with a width of 245. There we go. I'm just going to copy this, paste this over here, same thing over here, which is going to be deal name, total revenue, and then we have status over here. So for this, I'm just going to copy C, right click, copy column, right click, paste column on right. This over here is going to be status. Okay. So we have two text fields and an image over here with a over here. It's auto, so that's fine. And then 40. All right. And this is going to be medium 14, regular 14. Okay. I'm just going to copy this, paste this over here. Same thing. I'm going to make this 14. This thing is going to be 14 as well. Right click, column container with a row gap of 6. This over here type of content is going to be deal. Current rows deal. Over here is going to be parent group deals, contact name. Same over here. Parent group deal, contact name, email. And now I'm going to copy this image over here and paste this over here. Let's make this first. And let's change this to current row deal, contact name, avatar, process with images. There you go. Now I'm going to select these two, group them into a row container with a column gap of 6, 0, 0. This is going to be 77. That's fine. Let's do one thing. Before we connect this, I want to see how this looks. So I'm just going to create a test option set. I'm going to select this table. We're going to do a minor tweak. All test OS. I'm going to select the group deal, test OS. This way, I'm just going to get rid of this. John Doe. And instead of having a dynamic image, I'm just going to upload a random person's email, avatar over here. Let's stick with. I just want to see how this looks. Okay. 6 is way too big for this. Let's make it 4. What else do we have? this. And in layout, I'm gonna have a fixed height of 24. I'm gonna copy this, paste this over here again. This is going to be there you go. What else do we have? Oh, a chip with a height of 22. Okay, and a padding, left and right padding of 8, top 2. Okay, let's try to build this. I'm just gonna center this. That's 10 medium. Medium, and this over here color is going to be our primary color. Click on layout. Let's add a padding 18. Was it 18? Oh, 8 and 2. I'm just gonna add a min height of 22 over here. Click on appearance, add a flat color as border style. We're gonna use our primary color with an opacity of 50, or is it 10? I think it's 10. Yep, opacity of 10. Let's see how this looks. And the roundness is going to be 100. Okay, it looks good to me. Now we do need to make few tweaks over here. Okay, no need of this. We do need a separator, which are going to be horizontal separators. That's fine. Roundness is going to be 12. No fixed set of number. There we go. Looks good. I'm gonna select group dashboard row left. I'm gonna make this max width of 80% and make this fix. You know what? Let's make it 70. Oh, I forgot to add one more thing. On the hero icons, click for more. We're gonna use ellipse vertical. We're gonna drop outline icon over here. Center this 20. Paste the name, and it's going to be our secondary text color. And let's make the last. And over here, I'm gonna select cell 1D and make it space between. Now let's see how this looks. It looks good, but I really hate this thing. But well, we don't have no other option. Yeah, you can use a repeating group in order to have this design. but I'm just gonna stick with this one. You know what? Let's add a border as well, and let's see how it looks. Let's give it a chance. Not bad. Yeah. Now it's time to work on the activity logs. I'm just going to copy this group, that is group dashboard row left. I'm going to select group dashboard row to the outer group, main group, paste this. And the reason it's coming below is in the layout of this one. Let's call this as group dashboard. Right. We need to make this as 30%. There you go. Now over here, I'm gonna use, you know what, let's make this 60. And this can be 40. Let's first see how this looks on the front end. Uh, if I change the row gap to 24, how does it look? Okay. Even now? Oh, come on. Okay. So for the left group, let's make it 60. And for the right group, we are going to make min width as 30%, but we are not going to make it at fixed width. All right. Okay. So I'm going to change this to activity. I am going to use a repeating group over here, and I'm going to get rid of this whole table once for all. Let's call this activity log. We just need one column, but the row is going to be dynamic. You know what? Let's keep it like 7 or something. No need of this. Oh, we do need solid border separator with a width of 21, and we're going to make the color as white, so it's transparent. We do not need border. Click on layout. When width is going to be 0, uncheck fit width to content. Height as well, and I'm just gonna uncheck fit height to content because I need some room to work. And you know what? Let's make it 200. Yeah, looks good. Now let's look at the design. So you have two text fields over here, which is 14 for 12, and then a small circle over here, which is similar to the design that we have over here. So I'm just gonna copy and paste this whole group and the repeating group. Okay, this is fine. Wait a minute. This thing is going to be 12. I'm just going to make this as new contact added. And it's regular as well. Is this regular? Yeah, let's make this regular. I'm just going to copy and paste this. Instead of using this, I'm just gonna drop a shape inside of this group with a roundness of 100. Click on layout, keep element aspect ratio fixed, and let's make it 10. It looks good. There you go. What else? Are we missing anything? Let's see how it looks. Oh, we forgot to connect it to test OS, all test OS. I mean, we can make this as dynamic. And let's see how this looks. Okay, there's something off about this. 12, let's add. Let's make it 12. And let's make this 6. And do you think we need to? Nah, I think it looks good. I just changed this group dashboard role left width as 70%. And I think now it looks better than before. Yeah. All right. So we are basically done designing our dashboard. We still need to connect few aspects to it, but as of now, we're going to stick to this one. And yeah, so in the next lesson, we are going to cover our contacts, the contact pop-up, deals, all activities. Then we are also going to focus how to create activities, deals, and contacts. And after that, we're going to set up the database and connect our database to our application. So I'll see you over there. So now, in order to access day 2 and day 3 series, you can go back to Bill No Code Hustle website. I have mentioned the link below, and you have free access to all these videos and all the assets and the Figma file as well. All right. So I'll see you over there, and don't forget to join the waitlist for the Bill No Code community application. Okay, there are only few spots available, so I don't want you to waste your time. Trust me, it's going to be a really good investment, because if you are really familiar with my content, you can, if you're not, you can go and check out my free courses that are available on the YouTube, but rest is up to you. All right, so I'll see you on the other side. Bye.